Hello everyone, I am excited to come to you to read a read aloud together, and I thought it would be different if I came from my couch and we could all get cozied up and read a book together like we would in our classroom. So today I chose a book that is about a family vacation, and I'm sure a lot of you are missing out on family vacations or things that you wish you could be doing outside of your house. But just imagine, be excited that you are with your family right now. You are all together in a loving household, and you can do whatever you want. Use your imagination. Just like Miss Millett always says, open a book and that starts an adventure. One of our classmates, Avery, said that she went camping recently. She went camping, but in her own house. So I challenge you to do something a little bit different, just like that. If you can't go camping or at a campsite or go to the beach, then do something in your backyard or make a pillow and blanket fort in your living room. Whatever you want to do, change it, but make it so you can do it inside and it's still family time. So, the book I chose is Arthur's Family Vacation by Mark Brown. As you know, that's one of my favorite authors. So, let's read together. It was Arthur's last day of school. Mr. Ratburn gave the class a surprise spelling test. All the other classes were having parties. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, said Mr. Ratburn. Report cards. And that would not be fun to get report cards on your last day of school. School's out. Everyone cheered. I can't wait for baseball practice to start, said Francine. I'm taking a college computer course, the brain announced. I'll really miss you at Camp Meadow Croak this year, Arthur, Buster said. I wish I didn't have to go on a vacation with my family, said Arthur. There's nothing to do and no one to do it with. You'll have DW, Buster said, smiling, for a whole week. Don't remind me, said Arthur. DW, does anyone remember who she is? She is his sister. I'm sure you have your sisters and brothers at home right now, and it might be a little bit challenging, but remember to be patient. Arthur's family spent the night packing. I wish I could take my dollhouse, said DW. I wish Buster could come, said Arthur. This is a family vacation, said Mother. All we need for fun is each other, said Father. Let's take my swing set, said DW. We can all use that. Well, we're all packed, Father said the next morning. Where's Arthur? He's on the phone with Buster, said Mother. For the 100th time, DW added. Before we leave, said Father, does anyone need to use the bathroom? This is our last chance, said Mother. Don't look at me, said DW. How many times have you gone on a road trip and Mom or Dad said, use the restroom, use the bathroom, and as soon as you got in the car, you wanted them to pull over because you had to go to the bathroom? This is why. How many of you have gone on a road trip with family or friends, either to somewhere close or somewhere far? Maybe you could write about that, write a story about the place that you went to and how it made you feel. Remember, first, next, then, when you're writing, and lastly, because if you're writing, we want to be able to tell that the sequence of the story goes from the beginning to the end. On our way at last, Mother smiled. A whole week of no cooking. And no dishes, said Father. A whole week without my best friend in the whole wide world, moaned Arthur. Once you're at the beach, you'll feel better, said Father. Are we there yet? Asked DW. I have to go to the bathroom. Exactly what Mother said. Arthur spent the rest of the trip thinking about how much fun Buster was having at camp. What's Buster doing at camp? What is he doing here? What is he doing here? Maybe explain these out loud or in writing to me. What are they doing? Explain the scene. So is Arthur, he is shooting a bow and arrow. What is a bow made of? What is an arrow made of? And what does it mean when you land right in the center on the red? What is this called? Now, this is one of my favorite things to do. But did you know that you can make s'mores inside? Did you know that? Ask mom and dad. Sorry, parents, ahead of time. But if you have the supplies already, they're really fun to make. Or maybe make a different s'more, made out of something completely different. Because technically, cheese and crackers is a type of s'more, just not sweet. "We're here," said Mother. "Welcome to the ocean view," said the manager. "Where's the ocean?" asked Father. "Just across the highway, behind that shopping center." The manager pointed. "But there's a pool right here." "Well, I guess I'll go swimming," said Arthur. "Me too," said DW. "Wait for me." "Let's see our room first," said Mother. This is cool. Look at all the details in our drawing. Who is the illustrator of our story? We know the author, but do you know who the illustrator is? Where are they at? Ocean view. Always a vacation. "You mean we all have to stay in this puny little room?" asked DW. "Don't worry," said Mother. "We'll only be sleeping here." "If you want to swim," said Arthur, "hurry up and get your suit on." "We have the whole pool to ourselves," said Arthur. "It's a good thing, too," said DW. "Our bathtub is bigger than this." That night at dinner, everyone ordered lobster. "Buster loves lobster," said Arthur. "This is lobster?" said DW. "I want a hot dog." "Can we go to the beach tomorrow?" asked Arthur. "Good idea," said Father. "I'm sure the rain will stop by then." Can you find in the picture where you can tell that it's raining? Can you find it? How many lobsters are there on the page? How many dinner rolls are there on the page? Now multiply those numbers. What did you get? And if you can't multiply yet, add those numbers together. Lobster plus dinner rolls, or lobster times dinner rolls. "No beach today," DW announced the next morning. "I had a dream about Buster," said Arthur. "Why don't you write him a postcard?" Mother suggested. "Why don't we all write postcards?" said Father. "But what do we write about?" said DW. "We haven't done anything yet." They've actually done a lot of things. So now I challenge you to write a postcard. A postcard is just a rectangular sheet of a harder type of paper that people used to send back and forth a lot of the time when they went on vacation. So on one side, there was a beautiful picture of something that they saw on their vacation. So if we went to Paris, what might we have on our picture? If we went to the beach, what might we have on our picture on the one side? And now, what if you went camping? What might you see there? And then on the other side, I want you to write a postcard to your friend. Anyone in the class or anyone in another class. I know a few of you have best friends in other classes in second grade. So write a postcard and tell them all about what your vacation is like right now. This isn't a vacation, but it's a staycation where you have to stay at home. So now write about it. Remember, proper punctuation, capital letters, use commas, maybe even quotation marks. Okay? All right. This is what a postcard looks like. This is one side where they write Dear Buster, and this on one side of it tells you who it's by, or who it's to, I'm sorry. And if you're looking at our screen and it is backwards, that's because I'm using a front-facing camera. So I'll read you our postcards for examples. Dear Buster, I bet you're having fun at camp. I wish I were there. Your best friend, Arthur. So he signed it off. He had a beginning, and then a middle and an end. And the postcard, Buster, Camp Meadow Croak. Now this one is from DW. Dear Grandma Thora, you were smart to stay home. XOXOXO. Love DW. Grandma Thora, 47 Oakmont Street. So if you can see on this side, there's a beautiful picture of what they might have seen. What is this in the back? What do you think this is in the back of this one? Now draw your best picture on the other side of your postcard. What do we do now? Said DW. This vacation is a disaster. At camp, there's always something fun to do, thought Arthur, even on rainy days. That's it, he said. I'm taking us on a field trip. Where do you think he could go? I never heard of a cow festival, said DW, but at least it's more fun than our motel room. Say cheese, said Father. Let's hurry or we'll miss the milking contest, said Arthur. Who do we see in our photo? How many cows do we see? And now how many people do we see? Multiply those numbers together. And if we can't multiply yet, like I said, add them together. Cows times people, or cows plus people. For the next few days, it rained and rained, but Arthur didn't mind. He was too busy planning new places to go. He forgot all about missing Buster. On Wednesday, they went to Gatorville. At least the alligators get to swim, said DW. Thursday was busy too. After touring Flo's Fudge Factory, they all went on Jimmy's Jungle Cruise. Now, for a few of those ones that want to be challenged, what is it called when 3 words in a row, or 2, have the same beginning initial or letter? So it kind of sounds like a tongue twister. Flo's Fudge Factory. What part of speech is that? I never realized there are so many fun things to do in the rain, said Father. I want to plan a field trip too, said DW, to the movies. But when they go there, DW was too scared to watch. I thought it was a movie about fish, she whispered. Did anyone catch the title of the movie? Jaws. What is that movie about? Have you seen it? It is kind of scary. Finally, on Friday, their last day, the sun came out. What a day, said Father. Just glorious, said Mother. Even DW was having fun. Now, let's play I Spy. I spy a beach ball, a camera, a pair of glasses, a shovel and pail, a floaty or an inner tube. I spot a bunny. It's a stuffed animal bunny. I spy, let's see, one more. I spy a thermos. Do you know what that is? It's something that you take with you to keep your drink either hot or cold. So now, I'll let you play I Spy and see if you can find everything. I see 2 pairs of sunglasses, 3 pairs of sunglasses, and 2 floaties. Now, how many rocks do you see on the ground? Take that number and multiply it by how many people we have. If you cannot multiply, add those numbers together. Rocks times people, or rocks plus people. All right, let's move on. No one wanted to leave, but the next day they packed up and headed home. "We're almost there," said Mother. "Phew," said DW. "I really have to go to the bathroom." "Oh boy," said Arthur. "I can't wait to see Buster." As soon as they got home, the doorbell rang. It was Buster. "Camp was fun, but I missed you," he said to Arthur. "How was your vacation? How did you and DW get along?" "Great," said Arthur. "Take a look." What do you think he was going to show him? What does he have in his hand? Pictures? "Wow," said Buster. "You really did have a great time." So now, I'm sure a lot of you have your siblings at home, like I said, and it becomes challenging when you are all stuck at home together and you're all in the same room or you're all in the same living room fighting over the remote of what to watch on TV or what activity to do. I understand. But just remember that if you plan things together and the more that you get along and work together, it will be a lot easier to be in the same area together. And if you really, really try, all of you, then I'm sure that you could all have fun together, just like Arthur and DW. So, thank you for joining me for another story right here from my living room, and I hope that all of you are staying safe and doing well. I will be posting another video very soon, okay? I miss you all, and I'm so proud of you. So hopefully you'll do one of the assignments from our book today, just for fun, just to keep up your writing skills and your parts of speech and a little bit of our math problems. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.